Hi guys, Kerrod here, back at the Joondalup Resort. Today, no golf clubs required. We're going to use these two alignment sticks to show you how you should correctly move your body throughout the golf swing. Let's get into it. So a great drill for those of you who might be stuck inside with no access to a golf club. Effectively, what you need to grab yourself is two of these alignment or practice rods. You can pick these up at any golf store, or you can simply make something similar out of a piece of dowel. So what I want you to do is you're going to place this first alignment rod through your belt loops as such. And effectively, this is going to indicate the movements of your pelvis when we perform this motion. The second practice rod, what you're going to do is you're going to put it across your chest in this manner as such. Now, when you do this, I want you to make sure that it's across the top of your shoulders and not too low, because the little move that we're going to give you here, we really need to make sure these rods are in the correct position so we can get the required feedback, which would be indicative that you've actually performed this motion correctly. So this rod here, well, that would be an indication of what our shoulder turn is doing. So we've got a hip turn and a shoulder turn rod. Now, if I was to set up into my golf posture in this position here, you could see that both of these rods are pointing down towards my target line in that manner. Now, what I'm going to show you here is a little practice routine where you're going to get some audible feedback of these sticks hitting each other. And when you do so, it's going to show you that you've turned, tilted, and extended your body in the correct manner. Very important movements to hit longer, more consistent golf shots. So with this stick across your shoulders, get into your address position. What I want you to do is swing to the top and stop. Now in this position, we're looking for a couple of things. Number one, the shoulder rod, we want to see that at about 90 degrees. So if this is 0, this would be 45, and then this would be 90. That would mean that you have completed your backswing turn with your shoulders. We've also got this rod through our hips, and what we're looking for when we do that, we'll get to the top and stop, and you can see we've got this rod, well, it's about half of the shoulder turn, looking for a reference of about 45 degrees. So from our 0 line, we make a backswing. I can see my shoulder rod has moved out in front of me, effectively moved behind the golf ball that would be lying down on the ground. And we can see that this hip rod here has turned about half the amount. Now, if I turn to the down the line view, we do the same motion. You can see that I've angled the stick down towards the golf ball with both of these alignment rods, effectively, once again, turning your hips 45 degrees and your shoulders 90. Now the backswing component of this is something relatively simple to get used to, especially removing the element of holding the golf club in the hands and swinging the arms. It's very easy and it's a simple drill to get a feeling of how the body should move in the backswing. Now in the follow through, well, this is the real kicker for this drill, and this is how it's going to help you the most. With these two sticks here, what we're looking for in the follow through is some audible feedback of this shoulder stick hitting the backside of the hip stick. And then what that would mean that your hips have pushed forward enough, they've rotated enough, and you've also tilted your body enough to get this stick hitting the back of the other one. And that would mean that your body has moved in the correct manner. Why is this important? Why do we want this shoulder stick to hit the back of the hip stick? Well, one of the more important moves in the golf swing that we make is a tilting of the body on the way through. So what that means is that as we make our backswing and our follow through, we want to have some angle to our shoulders. For those of you who feel like you stand up through the shot, tend to top it, tend to stay on your back foot, there's a good chance that your shoulders are coming through very level like this, and you're not able to effectively complete your turn. So if you've got a bit of time, you can do some research on some of the PGA Tour players. And what I want you to do is just freeze frame them at the moment of impact and through the golf ball, and you'll always see this certain tilt to their shoulders, and then that would be indicative that they've moved their body correctly. Also very important to ensure that we're getting quality impact down on that golf ball. So once again, from the down the line view, stick across the shoulders, stick across the hips. We're making a big turn, shoulders are turning 90 degrees, hips are turning 45. Then on the way down, as we start our downswing, I'm feeling some pressure into my lead foot. I'm then feeling my hips move forward. I'm then feeling my belt buckle go up as my right shoulder goes down. My right shoulder once again goes down, and it's going to hit the backside of this stick. I can hear those two sticks banging together, and that would mean that I've moved correctly. From the face-on view, as we get to the top, I'm shifting my weight into my lead side. I feel like I'm pushing down into the ground. My hips are moving forward. I am then rotating my lower body. My upper body is then moving in such a fashion that I am maintaining my tilt of my spine, and then that would be hitting the backside of that stick. So a great little drill to get the feeling of how to correctly tilt and move your body through impact. If you can do a lot of reps of that away from the golf course, it's going to make it far easier to implement when you get back out on the range. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Great little drill for those of you who are stuck inside. But until next time, I'm Kerrod Gray. Thanks for watching.